Welcome to the Fluent Storybook. Here, we make learning English fun and easy with engaging stories and practical tips. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to improve your skills, our stories are designed to help you speak and understand English naturally, without memorizing complex rules. Let's dive into today's topic: how to learn English without memorizing rules. 1. Focus on understanding through stories. Olivia was excited to start her English journey, but she was nervous too. She had heard so many people say, "You need to learn all the grammar rules first." That sounded so hard. Olivia didn't even know where to begin. Then one day, her friend Sophia shared a secret. You don't need to memorize rules, Olivia. You can learn English through stories. Olivia loved stories. She enjoyed listening to fairy tales, mysteries, and even funny jokes. Sophia suggested starting with simple stories in English. Listen to one story every day, she said. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Just try to follow the meaning. That night, Olivia found a story online called The Lost Cat. It was about a little boy named Jack who lost his cat, Whiskers. Olivia pressed play on the audio version and listened carefully. She heard sentences like, Jack looked everywhere for Whiskers. He asked his neighbors, "Have you seen my cat?" Finally, he found Whiskers sleeping under the bed. Even though Olivia didn't know every word, she could guess what was happening. She smiled as she imagined Jack's relief when he found his cat. The next day, Olivia told Sophia about the story. I didn't know what neighbors meant, Olivia admitted, but I guess it meant people who live near Jack. That's exactly how it works, Sophia said. You learn words and sentences from the story. You see how they fit together. Olivia continued listening to one story every day. She learned phrases like, "What are you doing?" from a story about a playful dog. "Can you help me?" from a tale about a lost girl in the forest. "Thank you so much" from a story about a kind stranger. As she listened, Olivia started repeating these sentences out loud. Her confidence grew. She didn't feel the need to memorize rules because the stories were teaching her naturally. One day, Olivia even wrote her own short story about a brave squirrel who found a treasure chest. She used sentences she had heard before, and it felt easy and fun. Through stories, Olivia didn't just learn words. She learned how to use them in real-life situations. She realized that stories made English come alive, and she didn't need grammar books to speak confidently. 2. Practice real-life conversations. After Olivia gained confidence from listening to stories, Sophia gave her another challenge. Now it's time to practice conversations, she said. Talking to people will help you even more. Olivia was nervous again. What if I make a mistake, she asked. Mistakes are okay, Sophia replied. That's how we learn. Just start with simple conversations. Sophia took Olivia to a nearby cafe. Let's practice ordering coffee, she said. Olivia watched as Sophia walked up to the counter and smiled at the barista. Hi, Sophia said. Can I have a latte, please? The barista nodded. Sure. Would you like it hot or iced? Hot, please, Sophia replied. It seemed so simple. When it was Olivia's turn, she felt a little shy. But she remembered what Sophia had said. Smiling, Olivia said, Hi, can I have a tea, please? The barista smiled back. Of course. Would you like green tea or black tea? Olivia paused. She didn't know the difference. But instead of panicking, she pointed to the menu and said, That one, please. The barista understood and handed her the tea. Olivia felt proud. She had just spoken English in a real situation. Encouraged by her success at the cafe, Olivia decided to practice more conversations. Every morning, she greeted her neighbor, Mr. Johnson. Good morning, she said. At first, Mr. Johnson just smiled and waved. But soon he started talking back. Good morning, Olivia. How are you today? He asked one day. I'm good, Olivia replied. Then she asked, How are you? I'm doing well. It's a nice day, isn't it? Mr. Johnson said. Olivia didn't understand "nice day" at first, but she guessed he was talking about the weather. She nodded and said, "Yes, very nice." These small exchanges gave Olivia confidence. Each day, she tried to add one more sentence to their conversations. One morning, she even told Mr. Johnson about the story of the lost cat. He listened patiently and smiled. "You're doing great, Olivia," he said. "Keep practicing." Sophia also invited Olivia to her house for tea. They decided to practice English together. Sophia asked simple questions like, "What did you do today? What is your favorite food? Do you like movies?" At first, Olivia answered with short sentences. "I went shopping. I like pizza. Yes, I love movies." But soon, she started adding more details. "I went shopping for a new dress. It's red and very pretty." Sophia smiled. "You're getting better every day," she said. They even role-played different situations. Sophia pretended to be a shopkeeper, and Olivia practiced buying groceries. "How much is this apple?" Olivia asked. Sophia replied, "It's $1. Do you want anything else?" They laughed and had fun while practicing real-life English. One day, Olivia's biggest test came. She had to go to the post office to mail a package. She practiced her sentences beforehand. "I need to send this package to New York. How much does it cost?" At the post office, she took a deep breath and spoke to the clerk. "Hi, I need to send this package to New York. How much does it cost?" The clerk replied, "It's $10. Do you want regular or express delivery?" Olivia hesitated. She didn't know what express delivery meant, but she guessed it was faster. On phrases instead of grammar rules. Sophia explained, "Olivia, don't think about grammar like subject and verb. Instead, learn phrases that people use every day." Olivia found this idea exciting. Sophia gave her a list of useful phrases like, "What's your name? How much does it cost? I don't understand." Sophia explained, "When you learn a phrase, you're learning grammar without realizing it. For example, instead of studying why we say, 'What's your name?' you just learn it and use it." Olivia began practicing phrases with Sophia. One day, they role-played going to a park. Sophia pretended to be a stranger sitting on a bench. Olivia approached and said, "Excuse me, do you know where the playground is?" Sophia smiled and replied, "Yes, it's over there near the big tree." Practicing these phrases made Olivia feel confident. She realized she didn't need to build sentences from scratch. She just had to remember the right phrase for the situation. When she visited a market later that week, she used phrases like, "How much is this?" and "Can I have this, please?" She was surprised at how naturally the words came to her. One evening, Olivia even wrote a list of her favorite phrases and stuck it on her wall. Every morning, she read them out loud. "Can you help me? I'm looking for... What time is it?" As days passed, these phrases became second nature. Olivia no longer worried about whether her sentences were correct. She just spoke confidently, knowing that phrases made her sound natural and fluent. 4. Pay attention to patterns. Sophia's next advice to Olivia was simple but powerful. Pay attention to patterns. When you listen to English, you'll notice that certain words and phrases are used together. Learning these patterns will help you speak more naturally. At first, Olivia wasn't sure what Sophia meant, but as she listened to more stories and conversations, she started noticing patterns. For example, questions often started with words like what, where, and how. People said, I'm going to when talking about future plans. Many sentences ended with please to sound polite. Sophia explained, patterns are like shortcuts. Instead of thinking about grammar rules, you just follow the way words usually appear together. To practice, Sophia and Olivia played a game. Sophia said a sentence, and Olivia had to guess the next part. For example, Sophia, where are you? Olivia, going. Sophia, can you help me? Olivia, find my book. The game was fun, and it helped Olivia remember common patterns. She also started noticing patterns in the stories she listened to. When characters ask questions, they often use the same structure. Do you know where? Or can you tell me why? Olivia began using these patterns in her conversations. When she met a new person, she confidently asked, what's your name? When she needed help, she said, can you help me with this? The more she practiced, the easier it became. One day, Olivia's neighbor, Mr. Johnson, asked her, how did you learn to speak so well? Olivia smiled and replied, I just listen and pay attention to how people talk. Patterns make it easy. By focusing on phrases and patterns, Olivia's English improved faster than she had imagined. She didn't need to memorize grammar rules because the language started to feel natural. And with every conversation, she felt more confident and fluent. 5. Practice daily and make it fun. By now, Olivia was enjoying her journey of learning English. But Sophia had one last piece of advice for her. Practice every single day, Olivia. And don't make it a chore. Make it fun. Olivia thought about how she could add more English to her daily routine. She decided to start her mornings with English songs. She found a playlist of simple and cheerful songs like If You're Happy and You Know It and Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. She sang along, repeating the lyrics until she knew them by heart. One morning, as Olivia was singing, her younger brother Liam joined in. What are you singing, Olivia? He asked. It's an English song, she said. Do you want to learn it with me? Liam nodded, and together, they sang Old MacDonald Had a Farm. They laughed at the animal sounds and tried to make them as funny as possible. Olivia didn't realize it, but singing these songs was improving her pronunciation and helping her remember new words. Sophia suggested another fun idea, playing English games. One of their favorite games was Word Hunt. They would pick a letter like B and then take turns naming things that started with that letter. Banana, Olivia said. Ball, replied Sophia. Blue, shouted Liam, who had joined in the game. As they played, Olivia realized she was learning new words without even trying. She wrote down the words they found and practiced using them in sentences later. Sophia also introduced Olivia to an online word puzzle game. Olivia had to form as many words as possible from a set of letters. She spent hours solving the puzzles, feeling both challenged and entertained. Every time she discovered a new word, she felt a little victory. To make daily practice even more personal, Olivia started keeping a journal in English. Each night before bed, she wrote about her day. At first, her sentences were simple. I went to the park. It was fun. I saw a dog. But as days passed, she added more details. I went to the park with Liam today. We played on the swings and saw a big brown dog chasing a ball. Writing in her journal became Olivia's favorite part of the day. She enjoyed thinking about how to describe her experiences. Sometimes, when she didn't know a word, she looked it up in her dictionary. This way, her vocabulary grew without feeling forced. Olivia also made a habit of talking to herself in English. While brushing her teeth, she'd say, Today, I will go to the market. While cooking, she'd name the ingredients. This is an egg. I am frying it. These small moments kept her brain thinking in English. She also started watching her favorite movies and cartoons in English. She chose one Why did the chicken cross the road? And knock knock. Who's there? She loved sharing the jokes with Liam and even told one to Mr. Johnson, her neighbor. By practicing every day and making it fun, Olivia felt her English improving. She wasn't just learning a language, she was enjoying it. Olivia's journey of learning English without memorizing rules had been amazing. She started by listening to stories, which helped her understand the language naturally. Then, she practiced real-life conversations, learning to speak with confidence. She focused on phrases and patterns, which made her sentences sound natural. And finally, she practiced daily, turning her learning into a fun and enjoyable habit. Looking back, Olivia realized she had come a long way. She no longer felt nervous about speaking English. Whether it was talking to her neighbor, ordering at a cafe, or writing in her journal, she felt confident and proud. Sophia smiled as she watched Olivia share a joke with Mr. Johnson one morning. "You've done it, Olivia," Sophia said. "You've learned English the natural way. By living it," Olivia beamed. "Thank you, Sophia. You made it all so fun. I can't wait to learn even more." Her story shows that learning English doesn't have to be about memorizing rules. It can be about stories, conversations, and enjoying the process every single day.